My name is William Nartey. I am an attorney. I am licensed to practice in the U.S. in the state of Georgia and in Ghana. I am also the CEO of Blackbridge Consultancy, which is a business consultancy that works with domestic and foreign businesses. I am also very passionate about children. So I have a foundation that works with children with brain injuries in Kolebu and specifically in the plastic and reconstructive department. I'm also an avid footballer. I played football. I played in college. I played in an NCAA Division III. I actually play every weekend also. In addition to enjoying the game, it keeps me healthy state of body and a healthy state of mind. Entrepreneurship to me means refusing to accept the status quo and creating the reality that you want to see. Now, that could range from anything between identifying what may be a defect in work-life balance or identifying a problem in work-life balance and creating a solution, be it a service or something that improves the work-life balance. It could also mean a product that is not as functional as it needs to be and coming up with a solution that makes the product better for the end user. Well, what motivated me to embark on this journey in Africa, conscious of the challenges that I would face, was to put it in one word, opportunity. Now, of course, explaining it further, under opportunity, I looked at growth, impact, and satisfaction. These are three things that I looked at as to what would make me move back to Africa and take these steps into entrepreneurship, knowing the challenges that I would face. In the States, while I practiced in the States, I practiced law in the States, I had a law firm, and I gave myself a 10-year plan or a 10-year vision as to where I would be in the next 10 years. I'd been practicing for a few years, and I kind of looked at it as in the next 10 years, where would I be? And I could envision exactly where I would be, knowing the structure of where I was. So I could see what clients I would generate, how my business would grow, and it was good, it was decent. But then I looked at also a 10-year plan in Ghana, and the opportunities were limitless. And where could I make the most impact with my entrepreneurship journey, and where would I find the most satisfaction? And so factors such as the population growth that was expected to happen in the next 20 years, which is by 2050 we're supposed to be having about 2.4 billion. The population of Africa is supposed to be about 2.4 billion. It showed me that there was so much potential here because there would be the increased need for services and goods and an environment that would help businesses thrive. And going to America was mainly about creating opportunity. And once that had been created, coming back to basically plant seeds here for that growth that I wanted to see, and to see the impact that I could make on a lot of people and making that impact here at home. Well, a few things that I've learned that have shaped me to be the man that I am today is first off, giving the best of yourself wherever you find yourself. I'll tell you a story because I worked in a supermarket, and I was a cashier for a while, and I hated my job after a while because it just was monotonous. But that commitment to keep working hard every day while I was there, that never left me. So eventually I did leave the company, and I was working in another company at some point. And somebody who had seen me at the time and my work ethic, and this was, I met that person in the period where I actually hated the job and wanted to leave. They reached out to me and gave me another opportunity completely, which was even a better opportunity than what I was in at that time. So that taught me the lesson of giving your best wherever you find yourself. Secondly, I would say accepting that you don't know and being willing to learn. because life is almost as like a series of hills and valleys. I tend to look at it that way. At the top of the hill, you learn, and then you get to the top of the hill where you are very knowledgeable in an area. Usually it's one area or the next. You're very knowledgeable, and it's a very comfortable place to be. And most of us tend to stay there because you feel in control of what you know, and it's a comfortable place, and you feel powerful. But like I said, life is a series of hills and valleys. So whilst you're at the top, you always have to come down. And coming down is to come and learn something else, because there's always something else that you can learn to be better. So once you're able to come down and learn, then you climb another hill. You will be at the top of that hill and be willing to come down again. So just accepting that you don't know everything and being humble enough to learn. The advice I would give to young professionals, African young professionals and youth, is that first off, identify clearly what it is you want to do, especially in the field of entrepreneurship. Identify what you want to do. Secondly, have a clear plan as to how to do what you want to do. Thirdly, I would say be patient and know that your plans may be amended along the journey. For almost all entrepreneurs, the plan has never worked out the exact way that you want it to, but it's still going to work out for your good. So being patient and being open to your plans being amended as you go along. I would also say that just having your heart and your mind in the right place, being focused and not cutting corners, and making sure that whatever you are delivering, be it a service or good, you are delivering it to the best of your ability. If there was one thing I could do to make Africa better, I would renew the mind of all Africans. And I know that is a very general statement, but it is very important, because the change that we need to see in Africa is a change of a mindset. And the thing with renewing the mind or a change of mindset is nobody can do it for you. I can only plant a seed. It's like a farmer. I can only plant a seed, but you have to water it. And so in knowing that I cannot necessarily renew your mind for you, what I want to see done is a lot more of planting of seeds for people to water it and renew their minds. Renewal of the African mind, or what I want to see as the new African mind, is refusal to accept the status quo. Because it doesn't have to be that way. It can be way, way better. And we have so much potential, and we could accomplish so much. I tend to always factor, because of my belief, I'm a Christian, so I believe in God. So I believe that we are created in God's image. And so in as much as we are created in God's image, we have so much potential in us. But because of systems that have been in place over time, we limit ourselves a lot of times to status quos. And we need to break that mindset and renew that mindset and know that we can make it what we want it to be. We can make life what we want it to be.